What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, I want to get into the challenges the 2K dropped today, and I want to give 2K a little bit of credit because I actually think they're kind of neat. I really hope that this is something that 2K continues to do, though, because I really think this could be a super duper neat concept if they keep this going on a weekly basis and maybe do it a little bit better than they did this week. Not that I'm complaining about what they did this week exactly, it's just the cards themselves aren't very good. Y'all will see what I mean. But before we hop into it, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 50,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, multiple videos a day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's get into it and let's talk about it. Earl Monroe and Mike Bibby, sorry, not Mike Bibby, Henry Bibby, Mike Bibby's dad, have a dynamic duo. There are 7 challenges, and you basically win a game, you get this Sapphire Henry Bibby card. You then use him to complete a bunch of challenges, and I think for completing all of those challenges, you then get Earl Monroe. And then they have a dynamic duo together that takes them both from Sapphire to Amethyst. So it's kind of neat, I guess. Problem is, both Earl Monroe and Henry Bibby, if I'm not mistaken, are undersized PGs. I actually think I have Henry Bibby, if I'm not mistaken. I think I pulled him out of a, yeah, I did. I have him as an unsellable card already, so we can actually just look right here at the dynamic duo and what it boosts on these cards. Problem is 6'1" and 6'3", as you can see, is kind of a killer more than anything else, you know what I mean? So I mean, it kind of is what it is. I don't know how to scroll down. I'm currently unable to scroll. Oh, there we go. Now it's letting me scroll. Does get a bunch of extra badge boosts and stuff, but it's a bunch of like silver badges and stuff, and it's just, you're not going to run a 6'1" and 6'3" point guard duo. Nobody's actually going to run that, and so the concept here is neat. Okay, we give you 2 free cards to give them a dynamic duo. Now they're both amethysts, so maybe they're now decent, but they have to be decent at least. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have to be like the best duo. It's just, they got to be good cards. You know what I mean? Right now, 6'1", 6'3" point guard shooting guard duo is not, even at this point in the year, you wouldn't want to run one of those cards, let alone both of them. You know what I'm saying? And so realistically, that's my thing, is I like the concept of a dynamic duo challenge group on a weekly basis. Drop a dynamic duo, create a new one every week, and give us the ability to grind for it. That's sick. But make it a little better, maybe. You know what I mean? Instead of Henry Bibby and Earl Monroe, why don't we go with something cooler? You know what I mean? Give us a more current duo, or even a historic duo. Like, I don't know. I mean, the first idea that pops into my mind, and I know this is dumb, but like a Denver Nuggets, Carmelo Anthony and Allen Iverson, for example. Melo's on the cover. Give us a Ruby Carmelo and a Ruby AI, and the two of them together is they become 92 overall diamonds or something. You know what I mean? I think that'd be sick. Something like that. They don't even have to be the best cards in the game. They just become good as a dynamic duo. Something like that would be super duper cool. You know what I'm saying? They could do Dirk and J Kidd, or Dirk, I know J Kidd has a Motor Road card. I'm just saying names, but there's a lot of different, obviously every single NBA team has had multiple duos throughout history that you'd be like, okay, yeah, let's put these 2 guys together and let's do it. There's a lot of creativity they could do with this. I just think Earl Monroe and Henry Bibby is like, nobody's actually going to do this because of those names, realistically. The challenges themselves aren't hard. I mean, 15 assists with Henry Bibby in a game is going to take 1 game. It's kind of annoying, but it's going to take 1, I guess, full game. 50 assists point guards over multiple games, you'll get done automatically. 5 games, you'll obviously get 1 automatically, just as you play the game. 6 3-pointers and 50% from the field with Henry Bibby in a game. We could probably get the 15 assists and the 6 threes on 50% from 3 or better in 1 rookie domination game. Get both of those challenges done at the same time. That's not a bad idea. Also will get you most of the 100 points, assists, rebounds that you need in that domination game as well. Between 15 assists and scoring basically the rest of the game with him, you could probably, even in rookie dom, get pretty close to completing this, maybe even potentially complete it in 1 challenge as well, in 1 game, I should say, like a rookie dom game, and then win 10 games as well. You're just going to get done automatically. So really all it is this is 1 domination game and then play the game. And by the end of play the game for a couple hours, you'll probably have this dynamic duo done if you just do that. But the problem is, it's not really all that good of content because the cards themselves aren't that good. And again, concept is awesome, execution is very meh. I want to see more content on a week-to-week basis in my team in terms of, I like the seasonal stuff a lot more this year. I really do think they have done a lot better job in terms of Showdown is more worth grinding, and it's worth grinding further on. You know what I mean? Breakout is far more worth grinding, but plus we now have Breakout Gauntlet. Triple Threat Park is better than it was last year as well. King of the Court is probably gonna be better, although that's only once a week and it's on the weekends. All-Star Team Up is a new mode, and it's good and it's cool. So like, there is a lot to do in the game, but in terms of weekly challenges so far, we get on Mondays, we have gotten, I don't even know if we got anything last week. This week we got a breakout highlight for a diamond shoe and a gold takeover. Are you dead serious? That's what we're gonna grind for? And then today they dropped 2 sapphire cards that have a dynamic duo to make them both amethyst, but they're 6-1 and 6-3. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then Tuesday content is super packs every week. So the unfortunate part is right now, I'm not sure there's much content. You know what I mean? In terms of week to week stuff that's new in the game, there's not a lot of like legitimately exciting new content. It's basically Friday drops. And the problem with Friday drops is the top 3 cards at every Friday drop aren't attainable to 97% of the community. You know what I'm saying? Like literal Friday drops are coming out now. At every single Friday drop, I look at it and go, oh, what diamond and below cards do I want to get? You know what I mean? That's how it's going to be. The top cards, and when they start putting opals in packs, it's going to be what pink diamond and belows do I want? That's just how it's going to be. The top cards every Friday are going to be too expensive for the average player to be able to attain. And pack odds suck. And it's just, there are real negatives, and I think they are absolutely worth bringing to light. And I just think stuff like this would help if it was better. You know what I mean? If there was something to look forward to every Wednesday, oh, we're getting a new dynamic duo and it's going to be 2 budget beasts. You know what I mean? It doesn't even have to go above amethyst. Just make them good amethysts. You know how many good amethyst cards there are in the game? It would not be hard to take a, let's go just random. Give me I'm literally just looking for a name. Give me a name of somebody who's a good like emerald or sapphire card. We'll go with Matt Barnes. Why not? Take Matt Barnes and take somebody Matt Barnes played with on the Clippers. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Like, I'm sure there's somebody oh, Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson, I feel like I've had. I don't know. Make a dynamic duo with Matt Barnes, somebody else, they go to amethyst, couple decent budget cards, make it interesting. Terrence Mann, same thing. There you go, 2 Clippers right here. They both play for the Clippers. Matt Barnes, Terrence Mann. I know this doesn't make a lot of sense as a dynamic duo, but point being, give us good cards. There's so many names in here that like are names of guys who don't generally get high tier cards that would actually be solid cards. Guys who would fill roles on people's teams, guys who would be helpful. A 6'1" and a 6'3" point guard just doesn't do that. You know what I'm saying? That's my issue, is that there are ways for this to be cool content for no money spent players, and instead I don't know who this content is for. You know what I'm saying? That's my frustration, is you create a cool concept and you implement it in a way where it's like nobody cares at all. Why? You know what I'm saying? Because this is a cool idea. Dynamic duo challenges. People would like that, but not for Henry, Bibby, and Earl Monroe. I'm sorry. I don't know. It is what it is. I'm done complaining. I hope they do this again next week, and I hope it's names that we care about a little bit more. That's all I'm gonna say. I hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.